Eric Trump was on with Fox's Brian Kilmeade on the Fox and Friends program, explaining the RNC needs to restore trust. And what better way to restore trust than have, part of your family run it?
I mean, this is his literal wife that he's advocating for here. And I don't know, it might be a conflict of interest.
As much as your wife is great on camera, not many people thought she was going to do something with two little kids, go across the country and take over the RNC. Why was it necessary for her and Michael Whatley to take it over?
Yeah. Well, they've done a great job. Both of them have done a great job, and they're great operatives.
You have a 4- and 6-year-old at home, too, right?
Brian, they had to restore trust in the RNC. The first thing that they did was they went in there and they got rid of the vast majority of the RNC, and there were a lot of never-Trumpers in there, I hate to say it. And, the second they did that, all of a sudden the spigots got turned on, and, there was confidence. The RNC and the campaign are working as one right now, and they've got one objective. There is no excess money in flowers. There's no silly expenses. They have one objective, to get people out to the polls and to make sure that voter fraud does not happen in this country. And they will put every minute of every single day, they will use every single dime that they raise to make sure that Donald Trump is the next president of the United States and wins this upcoming election.
First off, my understanding is that a lot of people who were fired from the RNC are being rehired. And certainly their first hires were establishment Republicans. But the spigots came on to the extent that they did for the RNC is because Trump needs to essentially launder the money through the RNC to go and pay for his legal defenses.
Yep.
And so he basically waited until he had control to make sure that those monies were all earmarked towards him. And then he went out and did his fundraising with his billionaires and started to sell off his presidency in a way that he had said, incidentally, in 2016, I don't need to do. So rich, I don't need to raise money.
That's what's
and
amazing.
Now, of course, he's raising money not for his presidency, but rather his legal defense fund.
Yeah,
it's
literally, it's already corrupt that we have people that have to, that these candidates have to beg for billionaire money or corporate money to get elected. Now it's like, I need money so I can stay out of jail to benefit me personally. It's almost like the most direct level of corruption that you could ask for.
It's pretty impressive. The system that they have built over there. It's just a money funnel. Let's take, we got time for one more call. Let's see here. A lot of people have been hanging on for everybody gone more or less the same time. Calling from a 516 area code. Who's this? Where are you calling from? 516.
Hey, good afternoon. This is James from Long Island.
James from Long Island. What's on your mind?
Did you guys hear about over here in Nassau County, Bruce Blakeman setting up or trying to get a private, people are calling it a militia, but he wants to have deputies for emergency situations that are licensed gun carriers and such like that. Is that something you're familiar with?
I have not heard that. Where is this guy in Nassau?
He's the county executive.
County executive?
Yeah, Bruce Blakeman. If you do a quick Google search, I'm sure you're going to see a whole bunch of articles in opposition to this. I don't want to take up too much time, but I think it's worth covering, especially because he had a press conference last week because of all the opposition. So he was directly addressing people calling him out and likening what he's doing to what was going on in Nazi Germany and things like that. And he was trying to get ahead of that by having a press conference in front of the Holocaust Museum of all places. So I don't want to let you guys take a look at that, but I figure it's worth bringing up to your attention.
Seems like he's pretty in bed with cops. He's a law and order kind of guy, Trump guy. I mean, this is literally, so like Swazi represents part of this district, the conservative Democrat, that is working with the state party to do the Long Island strategy, which is to make the party more conservative. And they say that that's going to win more elections for them. But like everything I'm seeing is that Long Island's getting redder by the day, every day.
Yeah, Yeah, it's really disheartening to see. I mean, I think there's still enough people opposing a lot of these strategies, and I'm fingers crossed. But yeah, I'll have to agree with that.
Appreciate the call.
Thank you.
Gosh.
Bart Wayne, tourist season started here in Alaska. We're expecting 1.65 million tourists in Juneau, which is an all-time record. We have only 32,000 residents, so we basically double our population for the day. Wow.